my next album. Um, I've been working on it through lockdown. I was very productive while the movie was being edited. I had some time, and I was working on my
Sure.
third album. And it always takes longer than you think. You know how it is. I thought it'd be released by now, but it's going to be, I would say, 3 to 6 months more. How has it evolved? You know, when I started working on it a year ago, the first thing I thought was, what genre do I make?
Yeah.
Because I used to DJ, electronica, drum and bass, all that stuff.
Sure.
I like the blues very much. I love Bob Dylan. I sing and I play the acoustic guitar. I don't sing very well, but I sing. Let's say that. I love hip hop. So my first question in my head is like, what the hell do you want to do? And
Yeah.
then I thought about that a bit, and I was like, last 10 years, I've taught myself how to make music, so I can very easily, whatever idea I have in my head, I have a picture of a song. Me. This is the sounds. This in 2 days, I can make that kind of thing happen. That's easy for me to
Sure.
do
Sure.
with a computer and my keyboard and everything. It's not hard. So
Sure.
I
Sure.
just started experimenting with different genres. And what I found really worked for me, I realized what I wanted to do was melodic stuff. So, stuff where I'm singing, still with, beats that I love very much, hip hop beats in that way. But, and I love where hip hop has gone today, which is much more melodic, like Travis Scott and
Yeah.
even Drake and Pop Smoke and all that stuff. Some of it with autotune, without autotune, but the whole emo angle of it is very interesting for me because the albums that we've heard in
Yeah.
our lives were, soundtracks to different periods of our lives.
Yes. Sure.
And I think that's probably the same for. I mean, no, now for younger people, when music. I think music is the. I was reading a rock critic, and he was saying that, which is true, I'm sure, for me, and I'm sure for you, that music is the most influential when you're like a teenager to, I don't know, 21 or 25 or something like that. Whatever you hear
Yeah.
from, like, I don't know, 10 or 12 to then, it kind of shapes your life basically.
Yeah.
Which in our time was albums.
Yeah.
But in nowadays it's streaming. It's not really albums. So I'm
And
aware of that.
singles.
So I mean, I'm just
Yeah.
working on
Yeah.
singles. Yeah. So it's more
Yeah.
songs, I guess. What I'm working on is you work towards an
Yeah.
album, but you have an EP with some tracks, and as you go along, you may change some things as you go along. So the album, difficult to say what it will be. The Arctic Monkeys' first album was like that, really. The whole album was just a snapshot of them being young and, nights out in London, getting drunk around London,
Yeah.
girls, teenage romances. And it was just and the come downs, the thrills, the highs and the lows. I thought it was an amazing, amazing debut. I mean, Thriller is a great album as well. I mean, so like Radiohead. There's so many classic albums.
Yeah.
Radiohead's first. I mean, the Bends and OK Computer, Massive Attack, Protection. Both their first two albums, Protection
Yeah.
and Blue Lines, amazing albums. So many
Yeah.
albums I can name. I mean, this is a conversation we can have for hours and hours and hours.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.